Hey guys, today on People Now. Hello, Facebook Live.
This year down 25 points. I mean, it's hard to imagine us winning.
A Super Bowl shocker.
Brady turns triumphant and his little ladies go crazy.
I'm beautiful in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby.
Gaga's glittery halftime performance a showstopper.
Marissa Hermer joins us live this morning from Ladies of London.
And she's answering all of our burning questions about the season finale.
Plus,
Coco reveals how daughter Chanel is channeling her dad Ice-T's mean mug.
look at that face. Hey, happy Monday. People.com and Facebook Live. We're streaming live here on People Now. Good to see you. We've got a super show for you today. That's right. Ladies of London star Marissa Hermer is here live talking about the show's season finale. Send us your questions and comments for her. We'd love to hear from you. And of course, we're going to be giving you the inside scoop on last night's epic Super Bowl. Our Facebook question of the day is this: what was your favorite Super Bowl moment? From Gaga to the comeback victory to the commercials, a lot to choose from here. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you loved. We will reveal your answer soon live right here on the show. But first, here's what you need to know and what's trending today.
Yeah, they're all special. And, 2 years ago it came down to Malcolm making it play. And this year down 25 points. I mean, it's hard to imagine us winning, but it took a lot of great plays. And that's why you play to the end. It's a 60-minute game. And, halftime, I'd say we weren't down at all. I mean, we were disappointed in the way we played and knew that we could go out and do a lot better in the second half.
And boy, did they play better in that second half. After trailing 25 points to the Atlanta Falcons, the New England Patriots rallied to win their 5th Super Bowl. The Patriots' 34-28 victory was also the first overtime played in the Super Bowl's 51-year history, and Patriots quarterback Tom Brady was named Super Bowl MVP for the 4th time. He previously won the honor in 2001, 2003, and 2014. And of course, Tom Brady's supermodel wife, Gisele Bündchen, was cheering on her husband the entire night. So in honor of Brady taking home his 5th Super Bowl win with the Patriots, here are 5 times Gisele proved that she's the quarterback's biggest fan. Watch. They were great all night long after that game. And then there, of course, was Lady Gaga's epic halftime performance. Lady Gaga blew away fans with her epic Super Bowl performance, kicking things off with a jump from the roof of Houston's NRG Stadium after singing God Bless America and snippets of other patriotic songs, while hundreds of drones flew behind her in the shape of the American flag. It was pretty cool. And Gaga has revealed that her epic plunge wasn't her idea. It actually came from her younger sister, Natalie. Very cool, sis. Gaga performed a slew of hits, including Poker Face, Telephone, Just Dance, and Born This Way. And according to an E! News source, Gaga burst into tears after the performance was over because she was so pleased with how everything turned out. The biggest night in football may be over, but now it is time for music's biggest night. Yes, the 59th annual Grammy Awards are this Sunday. It marks the 20th anniversary of when country star LeAnn Rimes won the Best New Artist Award at just 14 years old. So when I recently talked to the singer, I asked her about that once-in-a-lifetime moment and who she thinks is going to take home the award this Sunday. Watch.
I had the flu that night. I had like 104 fever and like did not want to go. I'm like, do I really have to go?
Oh my
because
gosh.
Everyone was like, you're not gonna win. And I'm like, okay, then do I have to go? So we.
By the way, you need better people around you.
I know. I'm like in the car, like with my head up against the window of the limo because it was cold outside,
Sure.
and I'm trying to like pull myself off. And I go, do I need to like write a speech or anything? And they're like, nah.
Not going to happen for you.
So we got there and I won an award in the pre-show, and they're like, well, maybe you should like think about it a little bit. I don't know. I don't even remember what was going through my head,
Such a
except,
glaze.
you know, yeah, it was. It was such a, how do you even take in that moment at 14?
Right.
You know, I mean, I was elated.
And then it happens, and then it's just a whirlwind of
Yeah,
press
whirlwind
and
of everything
other
after.
stars and.
Yeah, but it's, you know, I think now, I wish someone would have told me back then to like pause, take a moment and like enjoy this. But looking back on it, when I watch video of it, you know, I see this this little girl who like was wide-eyed and like so excited. So yeah, it was a great moment.
All right, this year, really quickly,
Yes.
nominees. The nominees for Best New Artist. Any predictions on who you're rooting for?
Oh my gosh, I love Maren Morris. I think she's really talented and she's got a whole cool vibe going on. I like her music. Kelsey Ballerini too. I think it's kind of probably between Kelsey and Chainsmokers. I love the Chainsmokers.
I do too.
But yeah,
They're
awesome.
incredible.
They're sweet guys too.
She's so lovely. All right, well,
so
we are
good.
just a couple minutes away from sitting down with Ladies of London star Marissa Hermer live. So send us your questions and comments for her on Facebook.
And speaking of Facebook Live, let's check in on our question of the day. Our question of the day is, what was your favorite Super Bowl moment? Stacy is a Patriots fan. She says Julian Edelman's epic catch. Absolutely.
Yes, Lazita loved Gaga's halftime performance. She said that mic drop. That was a really
And then
good
the
moment.
plunge, she just
yes.
jumps off. Michelle says, best comeback ever. Hashtag Patriots.
Yeah.
Definitely an
People
epic.
are, people are, well, mixed. I mean, some people are upset, some people are very happy.
I left my party at the third quarter, went back and got home fourth quarter, and it was like, what is
crazy. It was
happening?
crazy,
Couldn't look
yes.
away. Keep the Facebook comments coming in. We'll check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea Boehlke, even more trending news.
Yes, I do, Jeremy. Well, today is a big day for Queen Elizabeth II. She has hit a huge milestone as she's the first British royal to have a 65th anniversary on the throne, which is also known as the Sapphire Anniversary. The Queen broke the record back in September of 2015 as the longest reigning British monarch. The palace celebrated the day by re-releasing a portrait of the Queen wearing sapphire jewels. The Queen will spend the day privately as it's also a reminder of the anniversary of the death of her father. She spent Sunday making her usual trip to church. Well, let's say it all together. All hail the Queen! Yes, thank you. All right, we have a cuteness overload this morning. Coco and baby Chanel have been taking the internet by storm with their matching outfits and bikinis. I mean, these pictures are amazing. But how does Coco find so many adorable mommy-daughter get-ups? Well, we got the scoop from Coco herself, who dished on the outfits, Chanel's natural ease in front of the camera, and yes, her daughter's mean muggin' look that she inherited from Dad Ice-T. Check it out.
Well, one thing I do is I will dress her, or I'll find a cute little outfit, and then what I'll do is I'll go shopping on the internet to find that.
yeah.
Like this is not together.
Yeah, right.
They don't
wow.
come together. I had gotten this and I found this on the internet. I'm an internet shopper, and then I have two companies, Sugar Dolls. That's the main one that makes yoga outfits for me, matching yoga outfits, matching swimsuits.
Cute.
Yeah, feta swimsuits also.
Okay.
Yeah,
So all the way
there's a couple like cool mommy Instagrams that will make them for me, just custom make them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always looking so fabulous.
Yes.
Even better in person.
Little fashionista.
Yeah,
I know.
little
I mean,
model,
has she
right?
always been comfortable in front of the camera?
Oh my God,
has.
so crazy. Well, the thing is, when I start doing a little mini photo shoot at home, she starts to liven up. Like she's a ham. She'll like pose and like move, and I'm like, you're like that 1 year old.
Yeah.
What in another year what you'll be like? So that's a onesie.
Cute.
That's a onesie, and this is from Glam City Doll. But what happens is I love shoes, of course, and she's now starting to become a shoe freak herself.
Oh,
I think
yeah?
she probably has about 100 pairs of shoes.
100 pairs of shoes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And then how many outfits does she have? Like the little matchy outfit.
Matching outfits, we got a good like 50 pair set. You know, like yeah.
So good. We know. I love that she, kind of gets has the modeling chops. She gets that from you.
Yeah.
The mean mug from hubby.
Okay, this is a new thing.
So I see just
This
shared
is a
this
new thing.
online. It was so funny.
It
We didn't even
was
see it a
so
little
weird.
bit,
It's
yeah.
like this thing that Ice has got going. You know,
Yeah.
like he has this mean
The
mug
little
thing.
scowl.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
the
she's doing it.
scowl.
She's doing it
Little
now.
bit. Uh-oh.
And she watches him do it, so she imitates. Oh, look at.
Uh-oh.
She imitates him back, and I'm like, no, we don't like that. We don't like that.
All right, guys, stay with us. Katie Couric explores gender identity in a new documentary for National Geographic. We have an exclusive clip. Plus, we're bringing you the latest details about Lynn Spears' daughter, Maddie, who has been reportedly hospitalized after an ATV accident. Stick around.
This is King Cutie in People. His Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. These are George's parents, George's home, his Nana, the Queen, and his staff of 644 Englishmen. This is George's dog Lupo, who inspired his favorite book, The Adventures of the Royal Dog Lupo, one George will share now that he's a big brother. People. The details make the story. Don't miss this week's People.
Guys, the one and only Katie Couric is here. So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
I've already been fanboying a bit. I can't help it. And before we go, I'm just going to say this. Back in the day, 16-year-old sad little Jeremy Parsons made his way up from West Virginia to the Today Show, stood outside the window holding a sign that said, "Kiss me, Katie," and you weren't even there.
I am so sorry. I thought you were going to say, and I came up to you and I gave you a big kiss.
If only there were a
Straight on the
moment.
mouth.
If there were only a moment to make up for it. Come on, Katie, leaving a guy hanging like that. But don't worry, everybody. She eventually did come around, the former Today Show host, making my sad little dreams come true. Gotta love Katie Couric, a little peck on the cheek. She stopped by the People Now studios, guys. She was here talking about her new documentary, Gender Revolution, A Journey with Katie Couric. It airs tonight on National Geographic. It's our Toyota People Pick of the day. Now, the doc takes a look into the rapidly evolving complexities of gender identity, and we're getting a sneak peek. Watch.
What's gender fluid?
Gender fluid means that your gender expression and identity shifts through time.
What do you believe is the biggest misconception that people generally have right now about folks in that community?
I think that suddenly somebody wakes up and says, hey, I think I'm going to be a different gender today. I think this is something that starts very, very early on. It's a very challenging and painful experience, I think, to not feel that you are the person externally who you are internally.
Yeah.
Dr. Oz told me, who's so sweet, had me on his show, and we talked about this, and he said something which I thought was really profound. He said, it's hard to hate up close. And I think when you do get to know people, and you see that they're really no different than you are, it's hard to hate them and to be freaked out by their differences.
Very good way of putting it. What will it take for people on the opposing side of this issue, people who are very resistant, and people who are kind of pushing the boundaries, to talk and to come to some resolution and learn instead of screaming on Twitter all the time?
I want to encourage everyone's tolerance because we all need to, we're, all in this together, as they say in High School Musical. And, I think we can move on to more important issues that are affecting this country and really the world than who someone is and how they identify.
High School Musical, the source of many words of wisdom, as it turns out, for social change and understanding.
Everything I learned from High School Musical.
Thank you, Zac Efron and family.
The stars are on the move, and we're following them in today's edition of Star Treks.
We tried to find a way to make it our own. We're the Schuyler sisters, and we've spent a lot of time in a show called Hamilton trying to celebrate women in their role in history. And I'm just grateful that the NFL let us come here and sing that beautiful song.
Yes, get it, girl. That's former Hamilton actress Renee Elise Goldsberry talking about her stunning America the Beautiful performance alongside fellow castmates Philippa Sue and Jasmine Cephas-Jones. The three girls, who originated the Schuyler sisters in the Tony-winning musical, put their own spin on the first verse, adding sisterhood with brotherhood before finishing off the ballad From Sea to Shining Sea. Well, after the performance, Renee opened up about how special it was singing for the iconic game, but I think it's safe to say she was more pumped for what came after. Watch this.
Oh my God, I'm the biggest football fan. And what's beautiful about the Super Bowl is that even if you're not a football fan, this is just very Americana. It's a time to celebrate our sport and to celebrate this cross-section between music and entertainers and business and like a lot of the celebration of HBCUs, and I think the NFL does a really good job of like popping the bubble. So it's not just, there's something, even if you're not a football fan, this is a celebration that you want to tune into just so that you can talk about it later on in the week.
Oh, and we certainly are talking about it now. And one of the things we cannot stop talking about is MVP Tom Brady. Yes, the Patriots quarterback led his team down from 25 points against the Atlanta Falcons, clinching his 5th Super Bowl win, and in quite the historic fashion. But perhaps even better than that win might have been the quarterback's hilarious facial expressions. Brady managed to have pretty much every emotion a human can feel during the intense match. And in case you missed the game, do not worry. We're going to help you out with a little slideshow of the many faces of the New England superstar. Starting with this guy. Brady entered the Houston arena very happy, confident, and cool, wearing a toothy smile along with his red, white, and blue gear. I mean, after winning 4 Super Bowls, this is no surprise. But then the mood began to shift. Brady got mad. Yes, the passionate player was not happy about the Falcons' early takeover. The Atlanta underdogs rolled out a big lead in the second quarter, continuing their lead with 8 minutes and 36 seconds left in the third quarter. And that's when Brady got annoyed. Very annoyed. Yes, the 39-year-old veteran displayed one of the most gifable moments of the game with a big ol' eye roll, and that's when you knew the man meant some serious business. That's right. Very quickly, the Patriots' luck began to change. Brady's teammate caught a screen pass for a 2-point conversion to tie things up with 57 seconds left, sending this game into the first overtime in NFL history. Once overtime began, Brady and his offense operated efficiently, scoring a touchdown on the team's first drive to clinch the title of Super Bowl champions for a 5th time. The rest, as they say, is history. The New England Patriots executed a never-before-seen comeback with Brady throwing for 466 yards and 2 touchdowns before snagging that coveted Vince Lombardi trophy. A father of 3, a tearful Brady celebrated the win alongside his ecstatic wife and children. A great ending to a very sweet, sweet victory. Congrats, Brady and the rest of the New England Patriots. All right, guys, from the Super Bowl to The Bachelor. Yes, by now you all know we love The Bachelor over here, but we are not the only ones. That's right. Animal activist and Kitten Bowl host Beth Stern just stopped by the People Now studios, and she revealed how her and her husband Howard Stern tune in for The Bachelor drama week after week. And since it is Bachelor Monday after all, we wanted to know Beth and Howard's favorite contestant so far this season. Any guesses who it could be? The answer may surprise you. Take a look.
I just want to know your favorite character. You and Howard, do you disagree on who you're rooting for on The Bachelor this season?
I'm obsessed with what's the blonde who's so nasty to everybody.
Oh yeah, Corinne.
Yeah.
She's just a mean swamp monster.
I'm obsessed
villain,
with her.
yeah.
You know, I so hope he doesn't end up with her, but I hope she stays on forever because she's so good.
It seems like they're working it out that she stays around. Does he have a favorite, or does he agree with you?
Oh, no. I think we're just watching it.
Okay,
we're
got
taking
it.
It very seriously.
How about Nick? How do we feel about how he's doing?
I'm gonna be honest. I was a Nick fan prior to this season. I find him so boring.
Oh, you were not a Nick fan?
No, I was a Nick fan prior, and now that I'm watching, I am no longer a Nick fan.
Oof, my goodness, because of his boring nature.
I think he's boring. I think he's horny. I think he's just gonna use this as another stepping stone to get on Dancing with the Stars.
All right, safe to say Beth is definitely not a Nick fan. We'll have to see if he can redeem his boringness tonight. Also, don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning. We'll be recapping the episode with Bachelor alums Kayla Quinn and Olivia Caridi. And those are your Star Tracks for today.
This is Jennifer Lawrence in People. This is Jennifer photobombing Taylor Swift, and Sarah Jessica Parker and Liam Hemsworth, proving that while we all love the fashion of the red carpet, it's people who steal the show. People. The details make the story.
Yeah, I listened to her.
Well, guys, it is cold outside, but thankfully our guest has brought some midsummer party warmth with her.
That's right. We're very excited to have Ladies of London star Marissa Hermer here live. Welcome, Marissa. Hello.
So good to see you. We've been chatting about a little bit of everything. I want to dive right into this, though. We're going to talk about Ladies of London, the big season finale in just a second. But last week, we saw this epic party, this get-together for Caroline Fleming's midsummer party. Caroline Stanbury refused to dance around the maypole. My gosh, but other than that, it seemed like that we might actually get through this whole thing sort of drama-free. That was until Caroline clashed with Adela. Is it impossible for you ladies to get together and have a drama-free party?
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Andrea, that one's yours.
Well, what has been the key for dealing with drama when Caroline Stanbury is involved? I mean, what do you do?
Choose them wisely, because they're going to come back and haunt you.
My phone's going to start going
That's
off
right.
somewhere if I say something wrong.
you sort of just have to talk to her and calm her down, and she does fly off the handle sometimes. I mean, let's be honest. But you just have to say what you're imagining something, or this is not actually what's going on, and calm down. And then she sort of goes on. But you also, I think, have to ignore her for either 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days, because until she goes through her sort of tiz, and then she calms down and she's perfectly fine, and then she forgets about it. Meanwhile, you've been emotionally scarred like forever because of like the violent, texts or emails you've been receiving, and then you move on.
You gotta have the guard up. Look, there's the fun drama it's sort of fun, but then there's serious stuff too. You went through some serious things this season, including the difficult birth of your daughter Sadie. What was it like to have to go through that for your family?
It was scary. I mean, it was definitely the scariest, most challenging, most emotionally draining time of my life. It happened to be while we were filming.
And it happens again as you watch back, kind of, in some ways,
it's
right?
really, do you know what, it's interesting watching it back because now everything's okay. But then I also, I could see what I was going through, and I wish I knew. I did get depressed. I did have postnatal depression. I saw me having it on the show, but at the time I didn't know what I was going through, and now I'm like, oh, like these are all the warning signs, Maris, like you should have gotten help then, but everything's okay now. So now, thankfully, it's a distant memory.
Yeah, and like you said, you went through postpartum depression. I can't even imagine. I mean, what was the most difficult part of getting through that?
Crying a lot. I mean, I would wake up in the morning and just cry, and for no reason. Now, obviously, there were reasons. I had a traumatic pregnancy and delivery, and there was a lot going on. But in my head, I was like, what? Is this normal or is this not normal? You sort of don't think there's an end in sight. You sort of forget, I used to be happy, I think. So, yeah, it was hard.
It's tough, and a lot of people obviously relate to that. And look, when it's on the show, that along with everything else gets the frenzy of backlash or feedback, like it or not, right? Fans have been mostly supportive of you throughout the season. Some, though, have criticized you for flying to America, leaving Sadie in London kind of soon after going through all that with her birth. How do you handle the haters and the people that criticize you?
Do you know what Season 1, I would definitely get upset. I'd be like, oh my God, so-and-so, tweeting me from Sarah, thinks I'm a terrible mom, or whatever it is. At the end of the day, anyone in the spotlight will have haters, and actually, they don't know you. I know I'm a good mom, I know I'm a good wife, I know I'm a good friend, and that's, your sort of circle gets a lot smaller. Yeah. The people you care about become more important because, that's all that matters, actually. So, and at the end of the day, also, this is a reality show, but it's entertainment. So,
well, sure.
My job is to make you gasp. So you might think I'm a bad mom, fine, but at least I'm doing my job as a reality TV personality.
Very true.
Right.
Well, in the preview for tomorrow night's season finale, we see your husband Matt say that you'll either move to LA or get divorced. We know that you're in LA now.
The ultimatum.
I know.
Nothing better.
But how stressful was it to make that decision? I mean, shortly after giving birth and while filming.
I was not ready. In fact, I was like, no way, we are not moving. I mean, to move, which I've just discovered, takes a lot of work, getting the children into school, moving into a new house, packing up everything, unpacking. And it's also like, it's the mom's job ultimately. Now, I don't want to, gender separate roles, but like I'm the one who thinks about getting the children into school, making sure they're settled. Matt obviously does too, but a lot of that's what that's what we do. So it was a lot, but as I started feeling emotionally better and physically better, and I also understood that this is something that my husband really wanted and really almost needed, like, I want to support that too. So here we are, and it's okay. It's not so bad.
You've got all that going on. You also have a cookbook coming out in April. You and your husband are restaurateurs, which is a really incredible thing. Now that you live in LA, should fellow Bravo star and restaurateur Lisa Vanderpump, should she be worried about competition on the West Coast? Is there a feud? Should we start a feud right now? Vanderpump, this is your moment to call her out and tell her to watch out.
Lisa, I'm a huge fan of Lisa. I love her restaurants, and I look forward to working with her someday. Maybe as a colleague. Yeah, we're looking at some sites and.
Very
so
cool.
It's exciting.
So you guys may be teaming up. Real deal.
Well, yeah, Matt and I will be. Not Lisa and I, although bring it on.
But
okay,
I was thinking that.
I know you're right.
Okay, that's right.
Well, the Ladies in London season finale also features Caroline Stanbury's going away party before she moves to Dubai. I'm assuming this is not a drama-free occasion. I mean, how crazy will this get?
It's so interesting because there is drama, obviously, around the dinner table. We cannot get together as a group without any drama. But, the drama is Juliet Angus actually brings up, who's not afraid of drama herself, brings up the concept of loyalty and what that is. And a lot of us around the dinner table have different ideas of what being a loyal friend is. And it actually is something that, you know, a lot of group of friends can relate to, because some friends, you know, want to be loyal in a certain way, and some friends feel like loyalty means something else. And so that's sort of what we end up talking about and screaming about a little bit.
So Caroline's in Dubai. You and your husband have the place in LA. You have London and LA, but you're doing the restaurateur thing in LA. Is this the end of the Ladies of London? This is like the Ladies of the Globe.
I know.
Will there be a Ladies of London season 4?
I think, you know, we never know at this point, but Dubai is very hot in the summers, so I can't imagine that Caroline would spend the summers in Dubai. And for our family, we're actually planning on spending summers in London and in Europe. So we'll do the school year in LA. That's our compromise, and we'll be back at our house in London for the summers in Europe. So
okay, there's a solution.
We're back.
We might be back.
No end in sight.
Well, Marissa Hermer, thank you so much, and congrats on everything. And you guys make sure to watch the season finale of Ladies of London. It's on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on Bravo.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
This is Blake Lively in People, famous for her dazzling red carpet style. And this American classic. This is American sweetheart Julia Roberts, who served these at her wedding. And Matthew McConaughey, who told people that while he never accomplished his childhood dream, he still scored big. People, celebrating America and the stars who show their stripes. Don't miss this week's People.
I meditate a lot.
What does LeAnn Rimes do during her alone time?
I meditate a lot,
Do you?
actually. I've been really into that, and I read a lot. I've never been a reader. I couldn't stand it when I was a kid, and now it's like serenity to me. Yeah, I do. I light my candles, light my incense, I have my yoga mat, I have my crystals going. It just feels good, you know? It does.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah, kind of that centered moment.
Yeah.
You and Eddie have had your moments on reality TV. Any more reality TV in your future?
I don't know.
Would you ever do it?
I don't know. It'd have to be the right thing. I've learned to never say never.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say I'll never will.
Doors open, guys. Heartbreaking news this morning. TMZ is reporting that Lynn Spears' daughter, Maddie, was hospitalized after an ATV accident. The outlet is reporting that Maddie's ATV flipped over and was reportedly underwater for several minutes. Lynn was reportedly not with her daughter at the time of the accident. Spears' father, Jamie, tells Entertainment Tonight simply, "All I can say is pray for our baby Maddie." A rep for the Spears family tells People the details the media are reporting surrounding the incident regarding Lynn's daughter Maddie are incorrect. Right now, the Spears family asks that everyone respect their privacy during this time and appreciates all the prayers and support for their family. Our thoughts are with the Spears family as they go through this. Stay with people.com for updates on this story.
All right, well, let's check in one more time with Facebook Live. So our question of the day was, what was your favorite Super Bowl moment?
Victoria says, I couldn't go to bed until the end of the game. It was so exciting. I was teary-eyed with Brady. That's how it was for all of us.
Barbara says, Gaga took the plunge and had a great stage crew behind her. Good work by all.
Keisha says, I was disappointed that she didn't have any guests.
I think she was enough.
There was rumor beforehand that maybe someone, maybe Beyonce, maybe.
I think everyone was waiting for it, but I think she was enough. Did you prove that?
I think she was too. I think it was rock solid all the way through. She was.
Well, here's what else got you guys talking. Alora says, "Go Coco! I'm feeling better about those mommy-daughter Christmas sweaters I bought in the '90s. That's amazing."
Heather says, "Love Ladies of London," and says, "Can't wait for more episodes."
Honey says, "Yay, love this show."
We love you,
Honey. And also, Honey, I love that name.
Coming up tomorrow, guys, we are breaking down The Bachelor with former contestants Olivia Caridi and Kayla Quinn. Plus, Keke Palmer is dishing on her new book, I Don't Belong to You, and revealing why fame has made it so hard to date.
Yes. Well, thanks for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from country star Lauren Elena. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Lauren Elena, and this is One Last Thing. Last TV show I binged watched was Game of Thrones. Obsessed, Jon Snow, call me. Or don't, because you have a girlfriend and I have a boyfriend. Last time I laughed so hard, I cried. I recently took a trip to Gatlinburg with all of my really close friends, and we stayed in a cabin. It was so much fun, and we went out for karaoke, which I love to do. And my friend Connor got up and did Luke Bryan, Country Girl Shake It for me. He has like his dance moves down the way he holds his hands. It was hilarious. The last time I was starstruck, that has happened to me a few times, but the last time was Dolly Parton. I love her so much, and I got to actually interview her, and I had no idea what to say, which never happens to me. I usually can talk forever and ever and ever, and people have to tell me to stop talking, and I was just looking at her like a weirdo.
Hey YouTube! Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment if you enjoyed it. And for more people now, click on the subscribe button down here.
And check out more great video right now by clicking on one of these links.